Hello, everyone. A quick announcement before we begin the episode. So it is my dad's birthday. Hello, Dad, aka the producer, and I just wanted to say you're old. Happy birthday.
Hello, everybody, and thanks for listening to Silly Goose Sports Talk. I am Big T.
And I am Skippy. And before we begin episode 12 of the Silly Goose Sports Talk, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the latest sports news. All right, so today's been a pretty good week.
Yep.
Even
All
though your Wi-Fi has been dead.
Yes, the Wi-Fi has been dead all week, so I am on my mother's phone right now. So,
That's funny. So,
and then we got hit by a big storm. We
yeah.
lost a couple trees, and we had to be cleaning up those trees all weekend. That was fun, I guess.
Oh, that just sounds like a pain in the butt.
How was the ball game? I heard.
Oh, yeah. So I went to a ball game Tuesday night, I believe.
Did they
So
win?
yes. So with
Oh,
some
they
friends.
won.
So it was a pretty good game. We were against whatever their name is, Shorebird, whatever. So that was a pretty good game, even though people were trying to assassinate me the whole game.
Oh.
There was peanuts under my seat, to the side, and in front.
Oh, that can't.
I had to move seats like 5 times.
Yeah.
So first of all, people to the side. So I switched with a friend because I went with a bunch of friends. They just took me.
Yeah.
So, and then they spilled it under me. So I switched again. And then I realized that there was peanuts on the other side of the stairs. So, so I went to the very bottom, so the very front row, because we were right behind home plate, right? So, very front row. And then people did get hit by a foul ball. Ooh. I'm not kidding. Okay, so there was 3 foul balls before that went over. It actually went to the stands. 2 were like way over. 2, and then there was another 2 that came into our area. We were too close to the net. But there was one guy, it went like right in the middle of the stairs, and he just pulled out his hat and it gracefully fell in there. Second time, it was, a little bit of an older lady, and I don't think she really knew what was happening, but she saw the ball, and in instinct, instead of trying to catch it, she curled up, and it bonked her head.
Ouch.
Yeah. They had to get a medic song for that. That was not good.
So we need to hit into NHL. What's happening in Pittsburgh? It looks like a lot.
So we're not making major deals, but the Penguins free agency focused mostly on third and fourth lines. So we have forward Brock McGinn was the biggest signing for 4 years and at $2.75 million per year. Jeez, fourth players make bank though.
Yeah, we're not making anything.
Yeah. Resign forward, Evan Rodriguez, forward, Danton Heinen. I'm trying to say these as nicely as possible. Signed former Penguin Dominic Simon to a 2-way contract. Got some goalie depth with a college free agent, Philip Lindenberg. Hope I said that part. And then we also have defenseman Taylor Fuden to a 2-way contract. And we also have forward Michael Caput to a 2-way contract. We also have wait, what's that doing there? Never mind. Oh, we also have another news. Coach Mike Sullivan was named the head coach of lead U.S. hockey in the upcoming Olympics. So that's actually pretty cool. The U.S. hasn't won the Olympic gold medal since 1980.
Oh, that was a miracle on ice.
Do you believe in miracles?
Yes. All right. Yeah. In Washington, we got some good news. Alex Ovechkin re-signed with the Capitals for 5 years for $47.5 million.
Jeez.
This should lock up Ovechkin as a Capital for life. And hopefully he can catch Wayne Gretzky and maybe even pass him. Even though it does not look very likely right now, we know he'll catch and pass Gordie Howe. It's just he needs to get these power play goals, and maybe he'll have a shot at Gretzky by the end of this. to the Caps, they trade away Brendan Dillon for a second-round pick to Winnipeg. And you know what they do with this second-round pick? They trade to Seattle, and they get Vitek Vanacek back in town. So I am very happy about that. So in other NHL news, we got Vegas trades Marc-Andre Fleury to the Blackhawks, and Fleury didn't find out until he checked his Twitter feed. So that's got to be funny. Doug Hamilton signed to the Devils for 7 years and $54 million. That's a lot of money. Philip Grubauer signs with the Kraken for 6 years and $35 million. Oh, and Seth Jones is making money with the Blackhawks. So the Blackhawks are really cranking it up right now.
Yeah, that's a lot of money, dude.
Yeah. Someone monetize us, and then we can start making some money.
No way we're gonna be making $2.75 million per year. Jeez.
All right. So in the NBA, we have the Wizards trade Russell Westbrook, 2024 second round pick and 28 second round pick for Montrezl Harrell, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and Kyle Kuzma in the Lakers' number 22nd overall pick, which they ended up trading to the Pacers for Aaron Holiday. And the Wizards take it's not Isaiah Todd. No, they took Corey Kispert in round 1. He was Rui Hachimura's teammate at Gonzaga. So that's really cool. And Cade Cunningham, obviously the first overall pick. So, and that's about it in the Wizards. Actually, there was a debate, well, less of a debate, but this is something we could think about. I think Russell Westbrook could be the best.
Sorry.
You good?
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook could be the best ever Washington, D.C. player that's only been here for 1 year. A 1 year wonder. That's what I'm calling him.
Okay.
Possibly the best since RG3 in 2012. Do you have any comment on that?
Not really, but I do have a comment on baseball once we get there.
All right, let's go to baseball then.
All right, so let's start off with Fred Nats, and then we'll go over to the travesty that was the Nationals. So Fred Nats, we had 6 games versus Delmarva. We won 5-1, which is the game I went to. That was fun. Lost 8-13. Glad I didn't go to that game. Jeez. Won 6-4. Lose 7-3. Won 2-1. Won 16-7. So
it looks like Fredericksburg Nationals are they're getting some more wins, and looks like that because the Nats are replenishing that farm system. It looks like
we're getting better.
I'm not sure about this year, but next year could be really good for the Fred Nats.
Well, yeah, we're already in the pit for this year, but we're getting better.
Yeah.
So Fred Nats, bottom of the second. I was actually there. This was the game we went to. We hit a triple, scoring 3 runs.
Ooh, I saw a replay of that one.
Yeah, I sent you. You could see me behind home plate. It was kind of funny.
That was a belt right to the corner.
We also hit a 8-run inning against Red Sox.
Ooh,
so
that's
get wrecked,
good.
Red Sox. Ha. All right, you wanna talk about what Nationals did?
Bad news for the big Nationals. The Nats blow it up, trade almost everybody. It's an end of an era for Washington. Max Scherzer and Trey Turner are headed to the Dodgers for a quartet of minor leaguers. Catcher Kirit Ruiz, pitcher Josiah Gray, who are the top 2 rated prospects in Dodger system. They also got pitcher Gerardo Carrillo and outfielder Jonathan Casey. Scherzer was on the last year of his 7-year deal, and we weren't expected to sign him. But Turner, that one really hurts because he still had a year left. And I remember in 2018, 2019, they did not sign Harper so that they'd be able to sign Rendon. They didn't sign Rendon so they'd be able to sign Turner. They didn't sign Turner, so hopefully so they can sign Soto. But at the rate we're going, I don't think Soto is going to stay around much longer.
Yeah.
The Nats are going in full-on rebuild. Kyle Schwarber's headed to Boston for pitcher Aldo Ramirez. Schwarber was on a 1-year deal, so getting a prospect for this lost season is pretty good. Closer, Brad Hand is headed to the Blue Jays for Riley Adams. I'm surprised we got anybody for Brad Hand because he was really struggling lately.
Yeah.
Daniel Hudson is going to the Padres. So what's really going to be bittersweet about this one is we're going to see the Dodgers face the Padres, and we are going to see Trey Turner facing Daniel Hudson at some point in the season. I can almost guarantee that. And that, as a Nats fan, that's really going to hurt. And Yan Gomes and Josh Harrison are headed to the Oakland A's for catcher Drew Miles, pitcher Seth Shunnam, and Richard Gusach. John Lester is headed to the Cardinals for outfielder Lane Thomas. And that is a lot of trades. So, to make things even worse, Strasburg is out for the year. So,
yeah. Jeez, people are dropping like flies.
Yeah, to have only 7 starts in the last 2 years, to sign that huge deal and get nothing out of it, it really stinks. But that's baseball. So what's happening in Pittsburgh?
All right, so Pittsburgh, not to be outdone, the Pirates were in sell mode. As well, we talked about Adam Frazier deal last week, but that was only the beginning. So first, the Pirates traded Tyler Anderson to the Phillies, but that trade fell. But yeah, so trade Tyler Anderson to the Phillies, but that trade fell through to an injury of one of the prospects. So Anderson got traded to the Mariners for catcher Carter Binns and pitcher Joaquin. We're so bad at this. It's fine. And then the Bucks then traded Clay Holmes to the Yankees for infielders Hoy John Park and Diego Castillo. Hope I didn't butcher that. Richard Rodriguez was sent to the Braves for a pair of young pitchers, Bryce Wilson and Ricky DeVito. And then Austin Davis to the Red Sox for infielder Michael Chavez.
That's a lot of trades.
Yeah, and then Pirates were getting our butts kicked by the Brewers, all losses. Got shut out 12-0 in the third game. Phillies won first 2, and game 3 lost those. All right. So but before we go into dad jokes, I am gonna report a bit on 16, 18-year-old league. So Babe Ruth World Series happening right now. I don't actually have a schedule, so I'm relying on a friend here. So far, we're not doing amazing because down 2 games, 2-0. But it's an 8 or 7 game tournament. So who knows? I think we lost yesterday 2-12. So it's kind of stinks. But you know what? Root for the home team, and we'll see what happens. All right. So let's jump into dad jokes. Let me pull this up real quick.
Okie dokie.
All right. So I angered 2 people today by calling them hipsters. Apparently, the correct term was conjoined twins. Bruh. I love telling dad jokes. Sometimes he laughs. Got that one. All right. What word starts with E and ends with E and only has 1 letter in it? Envelope.
Okay, that one's good.
Oh, that was pretty good. My 10-year-old came in with a piece of paper and said, "Dad, I've got a joke for you." Then she ripped it in half and said, "Never mind, it's terrible." I feel like I have succeeded as a dad. Oh, that's kind of funny. That's one I gotta tell to my peers.
Yeah.
That's I'm gonna use that one later in life. One more.
All right. So
we have one more dad joke. So the first photograph of a black hole was released. It sucks. Which one was the best?
I like number 3. The envelope. That was really funny.
The envelope was pretty funny.
What do you have to say?
Yeah, I agree with you. That was pretty funny. That was pretty funny.
All right. So now back to sports. We get the NFL in Washington. Brandon Sheriff and David Sharp are to the COVID-19 list. Well, gosh dang it.
Yeah.
Jonathan Allen, Jonathan Allen a week ago was scheduled to play his fifth-year option and to be paid about $10 million a year. The franchise
Jeez.
started the week
Why can't
off by
I be
announcing.
paid $10 million a year?
Well, in any other words, we re-signed him to a 4-year, $72 million extension. Logan Thomas re-signed to a 3-year to a 3 years, a $24 million extension with Washington this week, and he received a $7 million signing bonus. So you're saying if he just signs a piece of paper, he gets $7 million?
Well, if
I'll
I
take
sign
it.
a piece of paper, I get like
Nothing.
-0 cents, -1 cent.
Brandon Sheriff is playing his second consecutive season on the 1-year franchise tag. He says the inability to reach a long-term deal so far is not an indication he won't get a deal done with the team eventually. Which Brandon Sheriff is an awesome dude. He loves it in Washington. I do not want to see him go. He is
Yeah.
the staple of this offensive line. He's the only
Hmm.
reason we are not getting sacked 75 times a game.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
what's
dude,
happening in
Steelers, y'all are gonna get. Well, I'm excited for this year. Everything is coming out as Steelers camp indicates that Najee Harris is going to be a beast. He's winning all the drills every single day. Ex Redskins or Deadskins, Dwayne Haskins has been impressive in camp. He might get the third numero 3 QB spot if he keeps performing. Former
as a family
offensive.
podcast? As a
What?
family podcast, I'm not allowed to say why I don't like Dwayne Haskins that much, but I'm not a big fan of him right now.
Okay. Former offensive tackle John Colby, wide receiver Lewis Lips, and safety Colonel Lake. Offensive tackle Broadster Tunch Aiken were the latest members added to the Steelers Hall of Fame. Hall of Honor, actually, not Hall of Fame.
Oh,
Hall of Honor, that's for the fancy fellows. All right, so gymnastics has been, I mean, not gymnastics, well, whatever. So Olympics has been going on this week. So we have U.S. women gymnastics. Simone Biles pulls out of the women's Olympics after a major case of lose yourself in the air and was concerned that she could seriously injure herself. After pulling out of the U.S. team, they got silver, losing to the Russian team. This is the first time since 2008 she did not get gold.
yeah, so that's not fun. I don't think you should just yank out the Olympics or
Well, no,
once
no,
every
no, no,
4
no,
years.
no, no. So she injured herself, which means she doesn't know where she's in air. And when you're gymnastics and you're flipping around, if you don't know where in the air, you can get seriously injured. So
Yeah, but that's still, if you're gonna yank out of the Olympics, which is once every 4 years, this
yeah,
is just, I mean, in
it's
my
unfortunate, but you do
opinion,
not want to get your neck
right.
snapped in half.
I don't wish pain on any. I don't wish injury on anybody, but I just think that's just not very patriotic to just yank out. That could cost your country. And the thing is, if she knew that this was going on right before the Olympics, she could have pulled out and let someone else take her spot instead of us just not completely losing all these points. But you can't change the past.
Yeah, we have U.S.
One
swimming.
second.
The Olympic swimming events ended on Sunday, with the United States claiming 11 gold medals. So good job, USA. Of note, the U.S. men's won the 100-meter relay, which the U.S. has never gotten a gold, turned the world record time of 3 minutes 26.78.
Ooh, so
So
fast swim.
yeah, very fast swimming. I could not do that. So Caleb Dressel won the 50-meter freestyle with world record time 21.07. That's dang fast. Of
I can
note
only
that
dog
that
medal.
that took 0 breaths during the race. So he took 0 breaths. Caleb ended up winning the Olympics with and sorry. Caleb ended the Olympics with 5 gold medals. Pretty good.
Good.
Pretty good.
Katie
Katie Ledecky.
Oh,
You can get this one.
all right. Katie Ledecky is once again the undisputed best long distance swimmer in the world. In the first ever women's 1500 meter freestyle, the Olympic Games, Ledecky entered as the presumptive favorite and completely blew away the field, finishing 4.07 seconds ahead of U.S. teammate Erica Sullivan, who made the dramatic comeback to claim the silver medal.
All right. We also have U.S. women's soccer. Early Monday, the U.S. team lost to Canada 1-0 in the semifinals. They will now compete for bronze.
All right, so college football is back in the picture. We got a huge shakeup here. On Monday, Texas and Oklahoma announced they would not be renewing their TV rights with the Big 12 when the contract ends in 2025. Then they asked the SEC to invite them, which they did. So the Big 12 will be down to 8 teams, and they're going to be in a scramble to keep the Big 12 to go. It's going to be a complete scramble for these other conferences. The Big 12 has been on support with 10 teams getting special permissions from the NCAA to get a championship game. But I believe with Texas and Oklahoma gone, this is huge for West Virginia.
Yeah.
West Virginia and Baylor, which were both really good in 2019, I see we could have one of them going to if they can do what they need to do and they get their out of conference games, they can get a couple ACC, SEC games. These guys could be going to the playoff.
Mm-hmm. Let's see how UVA does, or Penn State. So yeah.
And then Virginia Tech could. Looks like Tech. They're not going to be as good as they have been with Bud Foster and all those good guys. But Justin Fuente has been putting together a good team for the past few years. They have not been up to par with their early 2000s status, but I think they can. Yeah. If something happens to Clemson, they'll be right there in striking distance.
Yeah. Also have Bryce Young, QB at Alabama, is bringing in serious money prior to even starting his first game in Alabama football. Team Young has reported upwards of 800,000 in name, image, and likeness deals with offers of well over $1 million.
Dang, that's a lot of money. We need money.
Yeah, so we also have Gold Cup, and we have CONCACAF, the Confederation of North Central American and the Caribbean Association of Football. That's a very long acronym. Gold Cup finals featured the U.S. and Mexico. The first 90 minutes were back-to-back, back and forth scoreless match. The U.S. scored in the 117th minute off of a header from Miles Robinson. So U.S. held on and won the game 1-0. So good job. What do we have for Big T's NASCAR minute?
Pretty good. All right. Well, this week we do not have a race this weekend. But next weekend we are going to Watkins Glen International Speedway. They did not have a race there last year because New York did not allow sporting events because of the COVID pandemic. But the past 2 races were won by my guy, Chase Elliott. Elliott has been an absolute butt kicker at these squiggly road courses the past few years. And Martin Truex Jr. is a sleeper pick. I think he won 3 races earlier in the year, but he has really cooled off and has not been doing well these past few weeks. The previous race, he crashed out in lap 6, and I think he's got to put his foot down. And even though I really want my guy to win, I see either Truex or Kyle Larson winning this race.
All right.
That's about it for NASCAR this week.
All right, so let's go over to Potato of the Week. So we have for the Potato of the Week, Nationals GM Mike Rizzo for breaking up the World Series team. While it was a necessary evil, we don't want to like it. We still do not have to like it.
Here's the thing. Even though he is the manager, Mike Rizzo has to do what the learners tell him to do.
Yeah.
and the owners are in charge. The owners have the final say. And I think if the owners would let Mike Rizzo do his job, we would still be in the thick of things. We'd have Rendon still around. We could possibly even have Turner and Scherzer still around. We'd have these guys, and we might even be leading the division right now. Who knows?
Yeah.
Carry on.
All right, so we have Rotten Potato. So U.S. Olympic Committee for not allowing fans, especially family members, in the stands. So it was very boring watching the beginning of the Olympics because no one was there. Their parents couldn't be there. Their kids couldn't be there. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were saying how having to watch the kids compete from home is just the worst.
Yeah, that's gotta be horrible.
So I kind of disagree with them, but whatever. We also have Sweet Potato of the Week, Japanese siblings. Oh gosh. Abe Uta and Abe
Himufi.
Sure. Becoming the first brother and sister duo to win gold medals at the same Olympics, and they both won their individual matchups. So that's pretty cool.
That's really awesome. Cool.
We also have Sweet Potato of the Week. Alaska got their first swimming gold medal this week as Lydia Jacoby, 17-year-old, who hails from a tiny town of Seward, Alaska, population 2,773, pulled off a stunning upset in the 100-meter breaststroke Tuesday, knocking off defending champion and fellow American Lily King. So, good job.
Really cool.
And for Silly Goose of the Week, Rodolfo Castro from the Pirates became the first player in modern era for having his first 5 major leagues hits to be home runs.
Oh, that's really cool. We also had another note in baseball that we forgot to talk about. Rafael Ortega. He had only had like 3 or 4 career home runs before the series with the Nats. On Sunday, he hit 3 home runs. I think he hit like 5 or 6 in the entire series this weekend. So I don't know what the Nats problem is, but Rafael Ortega has just been feasting on the Nats.
Yeah.
But,
all right, and I believe that's it. Oh, and by the way, for anyone who's listening on Buzzsprout or Spotify, Amazon Music, etc. So because we're having big guests on soon, so stay tuned for that. But currently we are not monetized, so the website that we're using to produce all of our external sources, YouTube, we're gonna have all the episodes on. Currently, our episodes are going to be getting deleted. So like episode 1, you're not going to be able to find. Episode 2 soon. Next week. So make sure to send it to your friends so that we can get all those back. But just in the meantime, if you can't find those, go on YouTube. They're right there. But just a quick disclaimer. All right. So thank you so much for watching this League Sports Deck. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. So see you next week. Oh, wait, announcement?
Yes, sir.
All right.
We could be having a fantasy football league with the podcast. We just started talking about it this morning, but stay tuned and
make sure to join the Discord for announcements. Family-friendly Discord, right in the links. Make sure to join it. It's a fun time.
And hit the comments, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit that little bell thingy so you know whenever we send anything midweek. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching, and make sure not to be a rotten potato. Goodbye.
Yes, sir.